trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, I've been asked by one of our 6 fans to take a look at Generac Holdings. And just looking at this, you can see it's got a lot of different swings in it. The first thing I do, and of course, I don't do any stock trading. I just hit see what the ratios are looking at right now over the longer term. This is basically, I'm looking at, basically around a 786, 127, a little above the 786 level here. And you can see the ABCD patterns. There's your A, B, C, D to the ground downside. Let's see if the 382 lined up with that. And you'll see we missed it by, how much we miss it by? It was supposed to come in at 124 and we got to 122, so I missed it by $2. We did make the bottom in here, and we did make a really nice ABCD Gartley right here. You can see there's your A, B, C, D leg right here, but we've got a really nice trade setup for you folks, boys and girls that like to do options, and I imagine they do. There's where you are. There's your ABCD coming in there right at the 50. There's your 382 on this one. Have a nice rally. There's your 50% level right here. But look where we are now, folks. This is Mother, God, and Country. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take this and get rid of everything on this thing, and we're going to look at it for where we are right now, because this is harmony at its finest, as they say in the trade. Okay, now the first thing we want to do is we want to measure from high to high, just to see how symmetrical the highs are, okay? From high to high, bada bing, bada boom. We're within a day. Oh, that's drawn wrong. Hold on. The tool is so darn sensitive. You can get the drift, though. There's your high right here. There's your high right there. Came in yesterday. Wow, how good can that be? But look what we have going on here. Let's get this out of the way. This would be one if you do options. I don't know if there's earnings come out of it. If there's earnings come out on this, I would buy a put and just put it away, because I think this is a really nice pattern. First of all, let's look at it for what it really is. We made our low right back here, and what we did is we rallied 8 days. If that's the case, the next one should be pretty close to 8 days. You move this over. Didn't make 8 days. Oh, it's not too far away. It was off by 1 day. So that part's good. We have the ABCD part good. But look what we have here. We have drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. See how it's higher, high, higher, high, higher, high? You just you can do this at home. Just mark your X's and the O's and draw them in like this. But there it is. There's a 3 drive to a top pattern, and it's coming in within a heartbeat, just a little above the 78% level. The 78% level, move that over. We'll get it over here so we can see it. We don't want to miss it. We want to see what that is, because that was numbers come before patterns. And I got to draw it a little bit differently. Oh, these darn things are so darn sensitive that I'm having a rough time here. All right, now we'll just move this up here so we can get that 78% level in exact to see where we are from the high. The 78% level came in at 140, and we went as high as 146 on this 3 drive pattern. This 3 drive pattern is a very, very good pattern, folks. This is a symmetrical 3 drive. The reason why you have drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. When you have a 3 drive pattern, the answer to your question is, how do I know whether it's a 3 drive pattern or not? If you have to ask that question, it's not. I mean, you've got to see this symmetry really good. This can't be here and this can't be there. It's got to be very, very symmetrical. This one happens to be within 1 day, and that's what we're watching. So what I would do here is I'm expecting this market to react, and it could react as much as the last went from 140 down to 127. So that could come all the way down to here and still be bullish. You can see if you just drew it in like this, you could still be bullish coming in right about here. So this has got a good risk-reward ratio to it. Above here, it's certainly no good, but you buy a put, your put has got you in a very great situation because all you're risking is above here. If it gets above here, you close the put out with a small loss. Other than that, and get as close to the money as you can because this is accurate. I mean, this should be a top index. I'm not going to follow this stock. Hold on a second. I'm not going to follow this stock because I don't follow stocks, but that's what we're watching. Okay, now let's get rid of that, and we're going to talk about kicks and giggles and stuff we're looking at. Those of you that did the trade yesterday in the Australian dollar, you'll see we went right up to our level right here. It went against us by about $110. Now it's working pretty good. So what you should do now is to keep your stop just right above this high. If it gets above the high, your risk would be $200, and you'll take another look at it. At one time this morning, we'll just get this up here on a smaller time frame. Just see, we've just made a little retracement here. I think we just about made a 382, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just look at this Australian dollar. And there we are. We're right at, we're just about at the 382 retracement now. Remember, we sold it up here. So what we're watching for is to see if it can hold this level. We don't want it to get back up here again. That's the wrong thing to do. Okay, and you can see, you can measure the ABCDs on the way down. There's your first ABCD. Then you got another one right here. This one right here is most probably a 382 because you have a new low. Okay, and there's your 382 pattern right here. That tells you that your low should come in somewhere down in this area right there, and that came within 5 pips of your expected low. So we have to be careful here. He had this little burp here during the, you can see this is the news announcement that came out early this morning around 6:30. It popped the market up a little bit. Let's just double check to see if that one, because you made a lower low. I know this is all rehash for everybody, but this is all I know is rehash, folks. No, see, it doesn't quite make a 382 there. So anyway, keep your stop at break even on that. The crude oil, all the others are acting pretty good. Crude oil, gasoline, and heating oil have all done pretty well. What we had thought. The wheat is going lower. Let's get this, get these up here to take a quick look at them. Mike Moore will be our guest at the break. Here is the wheat we were watching yesterday. I wanted to go through that. And we got a couple of big things that we got to look at. There was yesterday's high in the wheat. We came down, we rallied to the 50% level. That's highly suggestive that we're going to come down here to this level here in wheat, your ABCD level down in here. Oops, it didn't quite draw out the ray. See, it's just too sensitive when it's live. Or is it Memorex? Hold on right here. There it is. You know, speaking of Memorex, folks, I bought my first house in California by buying Memorex convertible bonds. They were really, really cheap. And those bonds took off. And my good friend John Raffoni from San Luis Obispo and Avila Beach days and Santa Maria, he was loving those bonds. He had a really strong suspicion that they were going to go higher. And boy, they did. And I bought my first house, $21,900, Santa Maria, California. 618 Hart Street. Believe it or not, that was the address. We'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, I want to make a comment here. I want to talk a little bit about 1.618 expansions, but the reason why is when you're trading and you're looking for buys and sells, and you're looking at patterns like I've done for the past 60 years, I've found that picking bottoms is much, much easier than picking tops. And the reason for that is when you're picking a bottom, you're finding fear. People are just literally giving up and they don't really care anymore. They've just been beaten up, and that just like we were in crude oil and gasoline, heating oil yesterday, they don't really care. They can see that. Fear has physical characteristics that greed does not have. Fear, you have diaphoresis or sweating. Your hands turn white knuckles. You've heard that comment before. Your mouth gets dry. You know, it's just so many of them that are there when you have fear. You know what it's like to be scared. Well, that's what it is. You know, when you're looking at fear, you can measure that much easier by looking at the charts. Not so with greed. Greed is euphoria. It just keeps going up and up and up, and that's what you have 1.618 for. Now, this is where we were. Remember, this was the high at 513 in the copper. All it was a 1.618 expansion of the range of the last previous day. That's all that was. Now, since that time, you see copper has been going lower. We made a lower low. You can see the rally back. There was your first 382 retracement. It lasted for a little bit. Let's just clean it out to show you where we were. I've got 3 examples here that I wanted to show you because we learned from these. See it looking pretty good right here, and then all of a sudden it did this. You go to the 61% retracement, and now it's still there, but it's not, it made a new high. But looking at it on a short-term basis, now here's what I'm going to do now. This is today's range. I'm just going to go down and use a 4-minute chart to see if we can find any of those little patterns that we like to see. And I can tell you right now, there's one right there, okay? Remember now, this is 3 hours in copper trading, 3 hours. So if you measure this from this high down to that low, it takes you to the 382 retracement right there. Where does that take you, folks? Again, really surprised. You know, it's really amazing that the LA Wave people can't see this. I just don't understand. Well, maybe they see it and I don't see it. Who knows? Anyway, we've got another one right here. Here's where we are right now. Get this out of the way. Again, we're rallying 3 hours. And where are we rallying to? There's where we are right now, as we speak right now. 489 here in copper. Your risk, right above here. So you're risking $375 to see if it's right. You've got a little minor 3 drive to a top pattern here. What you have to worry about, you can see the small little buy pattern right there. There's your A, B, C, D down here at that level, but this is where we are right now. Well, someone said, well, why don't you buy it here? Folks, the show didn't start until 21 minutes ago. I didn't see this. Anyway, I'm just looking at the pattern. So this is the place where I'd be selling copper with a stop above here. Why? Because that was a 382. This is a 382. Is the market repeating? Yes. Is it doing the same thing it did before? Yes. So what else can I ask for? I'm a pattern recognition swing trader, and I'm swinging, and that's what I'd be watching. So now let me show you one that I really, really like, and I got very, very lucky last night. I will show you, and that is the, oh, no, all these are just too many of them in here. Where is the plutonium? Hold on one second, folks. I've got to put the thing up so I can get the platinum here somewhere. Oh, there it is right here. Hold on right here. Here's platinum last night. All right, remember, we had multiple A, B, C, D patterns here. Yeah, let's get the daily up first. There's the daily. See all of these right here? Look at this number right here that hit last night, folks. You see that 1.618 expansion of this whole move right here? And the reason why it should be expanded is this had no corrections all the way. Look at that, just straight up. How many days in a row must that be? Well, little tiny pullbacks here, but boom, 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 boom. That's like at least, let's check the number of days here. Should be about 10, I guess. Wow, 16 days in a row it went up without any correction at all. We've made that. Now, if we do the same thing, go down to an 8-minute chart, and let's see where we are with the plutonium. I don't trade this plutonium, folks, or platinum, sorry. Plutonium is a different thing in it. And I see where it's had above the 618 or 382, but no, we're actually below it right now. But there it was, right there. Your stop would be above here. Anyway, when I do these daily, these weekly things for every second and fourth Friday of the month, I try to explain why the importance of that 1.618 level is so important. Most people don't get it, but it's from my perspective of what we do. That's a line of last resistance. You hear everybody in politics talking about crossing the red line. Well, that red line for me is 1.618. Hold on, folks. We have more coming up in just a little bit. Let me cover a few other things that I wanted to cover. There's one market here that is looking incredibly bullish. And it's the Lone Ranger's good friend, Hi-Ho Silver. Okay, here's where we are. Here again, folks, you see that number right up there, 1.618? That number came in at 30.12, and the high was 30.08. Now, that is pretty close. So all we've done so far today, and this is acting really bullish because the low yesterday was right here. See, after the report, look at the 382 this morning right here. It rallied 50 cents after that bottom came in. We made the ABCD. If you like ABCDs and you want to trade with the trend, here's one for you. There's ABCD. If I would have been on the traveling show, oh, this thing's drawn. You can see how it's drawn wrong. I got to blow it up a little bit so we can see it correctly, because we're either at a major top here in silver or it is getting ready to take off. And the answer to that question, there's your AB leg right here, has the same CD leg right in here. And you can, damn thing, don't come in. Well, there's your 382 right there, 29.58. Hits it twice, and then boom, it's acting pretty good. If we start getting above here, then that means that silver, if we get above here, we could see $40 silver really fast if we close above this level up in here in silver. Looking at this on the daily, you'll see where we are. See, we've taken out the previous week's high, so this is where the pedal's going to reach the metal. It's going to be heading towards this level right here, or this is going to be a pretty significant top and we back off one more time. One way to look at this is if we looked at the sister of silver, or the actual, let's call it the father, because that's the big daddy rabbit. This is the gold. Now, you can see here where we are in gold. Last night, we had the same type of move. Remember, silver went up and made a new high here. We did not do that in gold. You see, we had 3 lower highs in here. See, there was your first 382 was right here. Went $2 above it. It still worked rather well. if you moved it over a little bit. So that one's new. So you've got a new one now coming down, and you just go to the next one. Just go to the next level that you had and see if this one goes to the 382. And it went right to the 382. Well, it hit 50%, but the only difference here is $1. So there's not too much difference. But look where we are now, folks. Look where we are now. I know it's hard to believe. They have me on these shows at this time. And we're a tiny bit, we're trading right at the 382 right now. We didn't quite make the 50%, but the number was 2385, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, that's it. We'll be right back with Mike Moore of More Analytics with Any Luck at All. So live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, Mike is going to be tied up today, so I'm not going to be able to have him on unless things lighten up a little bit there. Anyway, this is the Dow Jones Transportation on the bar chart, and the blue line is the Dow Jones itself, okay? Let's try that again, Larry. That blue line is the S&P 500. So all I did was overlay the S&P 500 over the Dow Jones Transportation. Now, starting on May the 10th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times this has been trading at the 382 retracement of the all-time high that was made. Actually, the high was right back here on April 1st. So you can see it's right back there. These are almost the same high. That's why I put them in. But from the old days, and I knew Richard Russell, and of course I really think the world of Peter Leidy's work, because he was one of the guys that helped me along with cycles years ago, and he'll be our guest tomorrow. But it has not gone above the 382. Now, I got a description today from someone of why this has happened. And the reason why it's happened is most of these things that are being bought and sold are technical, that they can send them through the internet and, with clouds or whatever they do. And so transportation isn't important. And this was somebody who I really respected, so I kept my mouth shut. But I'm not going to keep it shut here. I think that's a bunch of BS. We still have to eat. We still have to use fuel. We still have to wear clothes. We still like to travel. All that is part of moving transportation of goods and services. So maybe I'm a little skeptical here, but that's pretty much it. Now, the fact that we've almost made a 1.27 expansion in the cash, and the futures have just barely made a new high, tells me, there may be something wrong here. The problem is, folks, is this. On May 8th and 9th, we had the strongest signal of these cycles that I look at, these planets coming together, that I had seen. I've only seen 12 or 13 of them in all the years I've been looking at it. And the reason I really got into astrology was when Dr. Miller asked me to come down to Florida in 1986. She had to prove to me that there was something to this astrology. And so she showed me what happened on December of 1974 in the stock market, and also the 3 months before in October. There was a double bottom there. Both of those double bottoms was that same pattern like we saw here on May the 8th and 9th, where all these planets come together. They're tightened up in one or two particular houses. That's really very, very unusual. When I saw that, I said, I can use this. And so we used Neil Michelson down at Astro Computing down in San Diego, who had been a customer of 20-minute eye in soybeans, and we had made some nice money for him. Anyway, after I'd spent the 2 months there in Florida, they gave me enough information on the longer-term cycles. Didn't quite understand it, but I knew that they worked. But I knew that if I used full moons, new moons, and Mercury, that I'd have a pretty good idea of where some of these markets might go in. But when we have all these together, like we had on May 9th, and it failed, that's why on Monday, folks, I said, don't sell this thing, because it looked like it was ready to go, and boy, it did not want to go down. When that report came out on Monday and the market dropped 30 points, the S&P got to 5212, okay, and immediately was back to almost even in a matter of 20 minutes. You knew that it was going to go straight up. Did I buy it? Of course not. I don't chase markets like that, but I had a strong suspicion that it was going to go up. Folks, I don't chase markets very much, because every time I've done it, I should have written my check directly into the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Excuse me, folks, I need water because I'm taking antihistamines because of my old pal Fernie buddies outside the house here. Another factor that may or may not play into anything, this is the 16th of May. The highest degree day we've had so far has been 95. We've gone through the 2 weeks of May, and that has never happened in taking records of over 100 years here in Tucson, where we haven't hit 100 degrees sometime in the first 2 weeks of May usually it's late April. That's the average. So maybe global warming is cooling. Who knows? Anyway, that's what I'm watching here with this. We had a little bit of a break here in the S&P, not enough to. Let's just get this up here and take a quick look at it and see where we are. And believe me, folks, I'm waiting, so don't worry. Okay, here's the S&P. Oh, there. If you like ABCD, by golly, there it is. That's a little too late to get in it, but that's it right here. All this just did was make an A B equals slate A. There's your 50% retracement and didn't go anywhere. Now, let's play the devil's advocate here. Let's assume that this really does mean something, okay? If that means something, and remember, this is a 13-minute chart, this has got to be a 382. So we're going to go to a 4-minute so we can see it real close. There it is right there. We're going to move it over. Now, if that's the case, the first thing when you see something like that, really bad, and remember, this is a big, big bullish move here. Your 382 should come in right about here. Hasn't made it yet, so let's watch it here today because this would be a low risk sell signal in my opinion because you'd be selling at 53.35, putting your stop right above here, risking about right about there, about 53.40. You're risking about 250 points. Your sale would be right there. And that's all I'm going to do. I mean, the last couple of ones I did, they didn't do too well. Here was one that looked like this. You see the difference here? You see how it took almost an hour for this to get down here? How long did this take? 12 minutes. That's a really big signal. I mean, and it took out the early morning lows. That's another thing that happened. So now you've got a possible setup here of a little A, B, C, D pattern coming in right there. Ideal. Now, it's a short term, but short term works too. We didn't get any A, B, C, Ds on the upside here. You see A, B, C, D, it didn't get there. And then I don't know if there was a report there or not. Well, it could have been because, no, it was after the hour. So that's what we're looking at. Anyway, we'll see if that hit happens to fit or not. I think we've got a break coming up here. Oh, wow, we got a whole minute, 32 seconds. So I've got to pull some things out of the old bag here to see if we can find out what's going on here with some of these other markets. Oh, here's one that we want to buy, and it just doesn't want to go down, and that is there was the bean oil. Now, the soybeans are still coming down, wheat is still coming down, and the corn is still coming down very nicely, but the soybean oil hasn't yet. Remember, we'd like to buy this way down here, and I tell you, if we get much above this level where we are right now, it looks like we're getting ready to see another A, B, C, D, and oil up at this level right here. So let's see, last night's, I believe it was, this was an hourly chart, so we probably hit the exact 78% level last night. Oh, we missed it by a few pips right in here. And then here's where it opened this morning. It gapped up on the open, and it's been going up ever since. So we have to wait. You have to be patient. I don't want to chase it, but I'm certain I'm most bullish this one of just about anything. So let's take a little break here. 877-927-6648.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, I want to bring to your attention something. This is the S&P. We've made a new low on the day, as you can see back here now. We're only on the air for another 18 minutes. If we go lower here, all you have to do is you have to readjust. In other words, there's a low. Maybe it goes lower here, okay? Then you watch that one. So you go down to whatever that low is and mark that one and look for the next 382 retracement if this one doesn't get filled, which is right here. And the reason why is you've got a pretty steep move here. You see this one went a little above the 382. There was a 382 off of this one, but this was not really a steep down move. So you want here's a steep down move, one like this, okay? This is where it was yesterday. And look what happened. See how quickly it reversed? You lost all that money real quick. Sorry, folks, that was early this morning. Here was the down move here, relatively steep, okay? And if you looked at it right here, I'm sorry, this was 4 minutes. I thought I was looking at 15 minutes. There was your 382 retracement right here early in the morning. Okay, your stop would have been right above here. Then you came down. Okay, now this, you see how steep this is, and look how fast this came back. That is not bearish, folks. Whenever it goes above the 78% of the last swing right here, like if it should get above here, that's why your stop is in here. If you go above that, John Hill, my mentor from 1970 for 50 years, he said that's a yum trade because boy, they've trapped somebody and away it goes, and that's the main thing. Here's another steep down one. Okay, this would have been a loser. See, you'd have sold that 382, that would have been a loser. So these things don't work all the time. I know you find that hard to believe, boys and girls, but they don't work all the time. Your job is to keep your loss as small as you can make them, and then you'll be there to shake them, as that poor Billy Ray Valentine used to say when he did Trading Places. So pay attention to that. Remember, you've got to change these when it makes new lows because the ratio has gone a different direction. Right now, what this looks like to me is we got a pretty good low here and a nice little back and forth here in 4 minutes. The last rally lasted, we went from 12 until we were asking about an hour and 15 minutes, so around in about quarter after 2. Take a look at this. It might be right here. That would be equal to that rally. All I'm doing is I'm watching these 4-minute charts. You can see it rallied about an hour. It's about 12:01. So your next rally would be right here by 1:45. That's stuff right out of the Floor Trader's Handbook. Repeats over and over again. That's what the markets do. There's anything exciting about it. As for where the top is coming, folks, believe me, I watch this stuff all the time, and I might trade a little too much, but by golly, I try to pick out what I think are the best trades. The ones that really don't give you much heat and have great potential. That's the ones I'm looking for. Sometimes I miss, sometimes I'm wrong, but like my grandpa said, he said, I might be wrong, but I'm never in doubt. Okay, that's pretty much what we're paying attention to now. Did we have anything else that we were looking at? We were looking at copper. Let's see how copper's doing, just for kicks and giggles, because that was one I really thought that had a really nice ABCD pattern in. Let's get that copper up here, and we'll see where we are. Here is copper. We were looking at on a 4-minute chart. And look at this, folks. You can go to the bank now with 500 American dollars if you did that one. There it is right there. So it's acting pretty good. Went right to it. There it is. It hit there 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It stayed there for half an hour, 20 minutes before it finally broke down. So that's pretty much it. We had I think this was almost a perfect ABCD here. Now remember, this is micro trading, but remember, you're trading this puppy. This has got a lot. No, it doesn't even make the ABCD or the 382 here. Misses it by a little bit. So anyway, that's what we're watching. So make sure that you put your stop here, break even on the copper if you did that, because you don't want to lose any money on this. Let's go over to the wheat one more time, folks. Those of you that like trading the grains, we've got a really nice setup coming here. Let's do December wheat, because I like December better than the July. Only because old past preferences. That's all I'm looking at, folks. And it's down here. The one next to it is right there. All right, let's get the 30-minute up, and we'll see where we are. Okay. Oh, I see A, I see B, I see the. Aha, there it is, folks. Remember, let's look at the long-term daily. All right. Bada bing, bada boom, double ABCD right up there. There's the 3 drives that we talked about. Now is the correction coming in. Okay, let's move this up and show you where we were. Just clean all this out, and we'll take a quick look at this. We had our low here, came up to our high, almost exactly right on the money. And now what we're going to do is go down to the hourly chart and take a look at it, because here's what we want to see. All right, we are in the midst of making the best correction we've had in quite a while, folks. We've already gone from 740, we've dropped 36 cents. We haven't had a 36-cent correction the whole way. So look at this. Look, oh my God. Let's just pray, folks, because if you get this one, I don't think you will, because that's such a big bottom. You'll probably get a 3. You could easily do that, though. That's not very far away. That's only 70, 71, 71. Oh, that's quite a way. So that's about 35 cents. Anyway, let's look at it from a perspective of ABCD, okay? Now here, you remember we went up and made a higher high by 1 tick. That tells you that isn't the high, that is. So we come down and then we've rallied up. Here's a perfect example of the 382, folks, that didn't work, all right? There's your steep move down. Okay, let's see if we would have got stopped out. The stop has got to be above. So you put your stop in right here. Okay, your stop has got to be above the 50%. You see it only went a little above it here. The difference here is only 4 cents, so that still would have been good. Now, we have a really clear ABCD to the downside. AB equals CD, and that comes in right down here between 691 and the 1.618. So let's call it 690, okay? It should get to 690. If you buy it at 690, and I'm just giving you a little heads up, if you buy it at 690, you should be able to make at least 706. So you're risking 5 cents, okay, to make 15 cents. That's 3 to 1 in your favor. So that's an acceptable trade. Remember, whenever you do a 382, your stop's got to be above that 618 as a disaster. Sometimes it goes to the 50% like it does here, especially when the market's been really bullish. The market's been bearish, like the crude oil's been, or yellow operator, the copper, then that's a little bit different story. So I hope those things have helped you out here today. Tomorrow will be our guest, Peter Leides. He has something really special, folks. Peter asked to come on. So when he asked to come on, he has something special. I know there's a new YouTube out there that he's been talking about. He's going to share it with it. Listen to the guy, folks. He's got lots of experience. Yeah, he's wrong a lot, as opposed to me. I'm never wrong. Hello, operator. We already know that's a bunch of malarkey. So anyway, that's what you want to. And by the way, if you get this in the wheat, at that point, you would be looking at a 1-3-5 pattern. That's another really good pattern that we like. There's your 1, there's your 3, and there's your 5 would come in right there. So Prior planning prevents problems. We'll be right back, folks. 877-927-6648.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, we're back. And remember, tomorrow we have Peter Eliades as our guest. He has something very special. I wouldn't miss it if I were you. I'm sure it's related to the YouTube thing that he's got out, but you should watch it anyway. I haven't seen it yet. Anyway, we're very close to being filled here in the S&P at 53.35. Remember to have your stop working at least at 53.35. That's fine. 53.58. No, 584. 42. 53. 35 would be the sell, and the buy stop would be at 53.45. Make sure your stop, you're up about $375 in copper, so put your stop at break even on that, and let the cards fall where they may, as they say in the trade. Also, as usual, I always mention to try to do something for your neighbors. Folks, you should live where I live, where the average age is about 80, and some of these folks are well over triple digits, and they need help getting to the doctor and to the pharmacy. Some of them, their minds are pretty good. The others are slipping a little bit, but old age is not fun, folks. It catches up with you. Not that I'm there, but I can see the finish line. I can see that, but I'm still doing okay, being able to live the dream. So make sure you do something nice for your neighbors. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude. And we'll see you on the flip side tomorrow with our guest, Peter Elide. So I hope everyone has a great day. And as soon as we hit 100, I'll let you know, because the Palo Verdes really like to bloom when it hits 100. It's like a tsunami of pollen when it finally hits. So that's pretty much it. I think I got a minute or two, a second or two. How much? Oh, I got 48 seconds. My God, that's a lifetime in the Army. If you have any questions, and unfortunately, the lights that were on the tote board today were lit up too much, and no one could get in because it was clogged up. But tomorrow, if you have a chance, that's pretty much it. By the way, the gentleman was watching Generac. I'd like for you to let me know how that stack acted, just so if we see if we're right or not, okay? We'll be right back, folks, but it'll be 23 hours from now. We'll see you later, folks. May God bless.